The right wing has glommed onto this story about an ISIS bride, an American woman who at 19 traveled to Syria to join ISIS and wants to return 5 years later. This is a prime example of a story that literally no one on the left cares about, and no one that I've seen is defending this woman's decision, but it's an issue that pushes Fox viewers as liberals are soft and brown people are bad buttons, so it's convenient for them to pretend that the left is pro-ISIS bride.
Media outlets have simultaneously painted a sympathetic picture of these terrorist brides, now yearning for their homelands. So do they honestly want us to feel bad for these women? And I can't even believe we're having to have this conversation. She's saying she perhaps could reform herself through therapy lessons. Invariably, the American taxpayers will have to pay for that too.
Putting the fear-mongering aside, I'm genuinely torn on aspects of this topic, and I think it brings up some interesting ethical questions. But let's get all the details. The father of the Alabama woman who joined ISIS is suing the Trump administration over the rescinding of her U.S. citizenship and seeking her return. At age 19, Hoda Muthana, who is from Hoover, Alabama, traveled to Syria to join ISIS. 5 years later, Muthana now says she regrets what she did and wants to return to the United States. She has a young child now of 18 months, and she wants to re-enter the country with him. Trump and Pompeo, the Secretary of State, have refused.
This is a woman who inflicted enormous risk on American soldiers, on American citizens. She's a terrorist. She's not coming back. President Trump made clear that she wasn't coming back. She's not a U.S. citizen. She is not entitled to U.S. citizenship, and she's not coming back to our country to pose a threat.
But why? She is an American citizen. Just because she committed crimes doesn't make her not one. She was born in Hackensack, New Jersey. Birthright citizenship is a part of the Constitution and can't be revoked via tweet, no matter how much the authoritarian MAGA bros would like that. However, that's what the Trump administration is trying to do. The State Department maintains that no citizenship hearing is required, as it claims Muthana is not and has never been an American citizen. She stands outside of the 14th Amendment guarantee of birthright citizenship, the government argues, because her father, who is now a naturalized citizen, was formerly a Yemeni diplomat under the jurisdiction of his home country. Again, that's not how this works, and it may not even be factual. Documents provided by Muthana's lawyers indicate that her father had been discharged from his diplomatic position by the time of her birth on October 28, 1994, by which point her mother had also gained permanent residency status. That's clear-cut. She's a citizen. So do I think she should be allowed to return to the country? Absolutely. Her son is innocent in all of this. He should be allowed to return and have a life. The sins of his mother are not his sins, which brings me to her sins. Laura Ingraham and Fox News keep claiming that the left wants to see her go scot-free, but that's not a position I've seen taken, and it's certainly not my position. Unlike the Republican Party, see the Bush administration during the Iraq War, we actually believe in due process, another pretty important part of the Constitution. She is a citizen and should be not allowed to return to the country, but extradited for a criminal trial and investigation. She joined a terrorist organization and needs to answer for that, and no one on the left is saying otherwise. We just actually believe in utilizing our justice system, Blue Lives Matter crowd, and hope for a better life for her son, who doesn't need to grow up in a Kurdish refugee camp and can start anew in America.